Well, this is it. The treasure trove for our horsepower junkies. I'm told that San Luis Auto Salvage has plenty of great parts at next to nothing prices for any trucker. And while many parts might still be available with aftermarket manufacturers, the idea here is to save money. Seth and Dave hit the junkyard to look for parts.
So I have to admit, this is my first time here to Salvage Yard. How does this whole thing work?
Most of the time, they'll let you come out and look around for what you need. If they don't have a good guess of if they already have it here, you can go take a look around and see if there's something you want.
Why do people come to junkyards? I mean, there's plenty of stores out there.
For older trucks like mine, a lot of the items have been discontinued, so your next stop is a salvage yard.
We have to find some suitable truck donors here at the truck graveyard. It's a sad place, but one man's junk is another man's treasure, right?
All trucks go there eventually. We're looking for a two-wheel drive steering box that came out of a Chevy or GMC pickup from the years of 73 to 87. They all use the exact same chassis. They all use the same steering. It should be an easy swap.
Is this more of like a passion, you think?
It definitely is. There's a certain amount of pride you get from working on your own rig, and save yourself some money.
Does anything here look usable for your truck?
Something I might look for would be like stainless braided brake lines to retrofit mine over. Looks like somebody's already stripped them though.
How the heck do we find stuff around here? This is like a needle in a haystack.
It is. You just got to pick a truck that you're looking for, such as this, and see if you can find anything you need. Perfect example. This is a hydro boost cylinder. Previous model example, standard brake booster, the master cylinder. Late model trucks came with these setups, and it just alleviates all your braking issues.
With a Hydro Boost braking system, hydraulic pressure is applied to the master cylinder, pushing fluid to the brakes, giving your truck more braking power.
Be able to stop these big trucks in a heartbeat.
So how much will something like that run?
Probably about 150.
You act like we're at Pep Boys. Come on.
It's worth it. To find a system like that nowadays is probably going to cost you closer to 300 from an auto parts store.
Oh, but Seth, look what I found. Look at this, a nice little find.
Hey, Rebecca, you got to check this out.
What do you got, Seth?
If you're a dedicated Ford guy, you'd go throw your fuel pump sending unit like this in the back of a Chevy. You'd be dialed in, and then other Ford enthusiasts wouldn't look in the back and see it.
It's kind of like when I'm shopping and I take the dress and I put it in the coat section.
Exactly.
I'm ready to hit the dunes, man. We got to find your steering.
We should split up and cover more ground.
All right, last one to find it is a junkyard dog.
You're on, Rebecca. Found it. Exactly what I'm looking for.
Well, Seth, I found a steering wheel.
That's great, but we're looking for a steering box. I found one, actually.
You did?
I did.
All right.
Let's grab my tools, we'll go get it.
Okay.
Here she is.
What is it, a Chevy Suburban?
That's right, 87 Suburban, two-wheel drive. This steering box stayed the same in all their two-wheel drives. Should be a direct drop-in for our crossover steering.
You have complete faith this is going to work?
I have complete faith. This is the part we need.
Awesome.
It's just a matter of getting into these tight areas to get the bolts out. Why don't you hand me that pickle fork? I'm ready for it.
Okay.
All right. Loosen up these bolts and we'll be in business. About to drop. On the steering box.
The steering box is what allows you to rotate the steering wheel 90 degrees. With power steering, it uses high-pressure fluid to assist in better steering control. With the steering box installed, Seth's steering wheel won't give him a hard time anymore, and it'll be much easier negotiating the dunes of Pismo. Looks like Dave may have had some luck finding that drive shaft he was looking for.
Got a front drive shaft right here for a four-wheel drive Chevy truck. It's about the right length, and it's a split drive shaft, so it should be simple. I should have brought a drop cloth today. Drop
cloths are for wimps. Looks like you almost got it. It's pretty simple, huh?
Yeah, it's just 4 little bolts.
How often does the Axles of Evil Car Club come here?
I don't know about all the other guys in the club, but I probably come out here at least twice a month looking for things. You know, sometimes there's a new car or truck that gets me excited.
Boy, you got dirty. Got our happy finds. When Truck Stop returns, we're going to get Seth's and Dave's truck ready to hit those dunes again. You're not going to want to miss it. The Axles of Evil Club's main goal is to get the most performance on a budget. We got lucky in the salvage yard with Seth's steering box for his 1973 long bed and David's drive shaft for his 1976 step side.
We headed over to Chris Godfrey's garage in San Luis Obispo where the club likes to spin their wrenches.
Here hanging out with Seth, now proving that we can have performance on a budget.
The salvage steering box was complemented by an aftermarket crossover steering kit, which included a hydraulic ram, knuckles to connect the new steering arm to the steering box, and a power steering pump. You can save a lot of money at the salvage yard if you can find the right part, but sometimes you have to go aftermarket. With the salvage steering box and the aftermarket steering kit, Seth was able to save $390.
This is all going to be connected to our steering box via a brand new steering arm.
Why is it important to go with aftermarket?
If it's all salvage parts, you have to run the risk of it failing at any given time. Spend the money, invest in some aftermarket parts that you know are new, are going to work, and good to go.
Get to it.
This aftermarket kit's going to drastically help in the amount of leverage it takes to turn my steering wheel. Before, when I had to give my arm a workout to get the tires to turn, this is going to be able to just spin it with one finger. It's going to be a night and day difference in the off-road and a lot safer for the street. Get her cleaned up and start making sure all the seals are good.
We lucked out at the salvage yard getting our drive shaft for how much was that?
50 bucks.
50 bucks. And we don't have to go with anything aftermarket, right?
Nope, just use the same old retainers it came with before and slap it in there. Pretty simple, pretty easy. 4 bolts, 4 nuts.
So I'm here pulling the brakes off. I got Drew on the other side, help me out. Nice and rusty. So if you take a look right here, you'll see why I can't turn to the right. This amount of play in the steering, not good. We're going to eliminate this altogether with our new knuckle and arm kit. It's going to position everything completely out of the way of the rocks, anything we can encounter off-road that would cause our system to bind up and get damaged. And if you follow this line straight across, the new steering arm will be up here above the spring. It's about a 5-inch increase. And these guys are ready. Old steering system out. Our new pump has a different type of hub that the pulley's going to attach to. I want to make sure that this one's going to work with ours. If not, you need to go to the parts store and get the right one.